is Nurul and SOFIA binti ZAINURIN. Let's begin with our first question. 3 years ago, a sum Y was invested in a scheme paying 3.6% compounded monthly. Today, 6,500 ringgit is withdrawn from the account. If the total amount in the account 2 years from now will be 15,465 ringgit 89 cent, find Y. To solve this question, we must draw a timeline because the question involves 2 time periods which are 3 years ago and 2 years from now, so it will be 5 years in total. We use P1, T1 and S1 to represent the values from 3 years ago, and it is important for us to jot down the values that have been withdrawn on the timeline. Next, we use P2, T2 and S2 to represent the values for 2 years from now. Now, let's start our calculation. We use P1 to indicate the value of RMY since the question mentioned that Y was invested 3 years ago, so obviously Y is the first value of P. Now, we have to fill in the values that we have obtained to the formula of compounded interest in order for us to find the value of P2. However, we must make some changes into the formula by moving the P to the left side and S to the right side. So it will be P2 equals S over open bracket 1 plus I close bracket to the power of N. We get 14,393 ringgit 4 cent as the value of P2. At this step, we must add the value of P2 and the value of money that have been withdrawn, which is 6,500 ringgit. So we get 20,893 ringgit 4 cent. Now, we must calculate the new value of N, and we use the formula of M times T. Here is the final step to obtain the value of P1 by using the same formula that we use in P2 calculation. Therefore, we get 18,757 ringgit 20 cent as the final answer. Let's move to the next question. Malik intends to borrow 12,000 ringgit from a bank. The bank offers an interest rate of 6% compounded quarterly. Find the maturity value at the end of 5 years. To find the value of N, we must use the formula of M times T. To find the value of I, we must use the formula of K over M. Now, we have to fill in the values that we have obtained to the formula of compounded interest, which is S equals to P open bracket 1 plus I close bracket to the power of N. So the final answer that we get is 16,162 ringgit 29 cent.
Hi, my name is RUSHDINA binti ROSMANI. I will explain part A, question 2. There are 2 questions that we need to solve. Please read and understand the question. For question A, we need to know how much the interest Alia will receive. For question B, we need to find how long does it takes to Alia receive her amount to be 30,000. Question A. Find the value of N and I first, then use formula S equals to P bracket 1 plus I bracket power N to find the amount. Now use I equals to S minus P to find the interest. The final answer will be RM 7,330 and 88 cents. Question B. We also need to find the value of N and I. To find the exact time, we need to use formula S equals to P bracket 1 plus I bracket power N. As you can see, after we insert the numbers and calculate, we still don't get the final answer. So, we need to turn it into log. After all the calculation, the final answer is 7 years and 7 months.
My name is SAHIRA binti MASKURI. Part B, question 1. Husna deposit 2,500 ringgit every 6 months into an account that offer an interest rate of 3.8% compounded semi-annually. A. Find the total amount she will receive at the end of 9 years and 6 months, 5 marks. B. Find the interest earned throughout the period, 2 marks. Solution for A, K equal 2,500 and I equal 0.019 and N equal 19. The formula for the future value annuity, S equal R times open bracket, open square bracket, 1 plus I, close square bracket to the power of N, minus 1, close bracket, divide by I, close bracket. Substitute the number, so the answer S equal 56,567 ringgit and 45 cents. Solution for B, use the formula I equal S minus Rn. So I equal 56,567 ringgit and 45 cents minus 2,500 times 19. Therefore, the interest earned throughout the period is 9,067 ringgit and 45 cents.
Hi, my name is FARZANA binti HASAFFI. Explanation for Part B, Question 2. Laura would like to further her study in business. She planned to borrow 42,000 ringgit from a financial institution at 5.4% interest compounded quarterly for 12 years. Find E, the credit payments for her loan. To find the credit payment, we use the loan amortization formula, which is R equal to AI over 1 minus 1 plus I power minus N. A is the loan amount 42,000 ringgit, while I is the interest rate per period. Since the interest is compounded quarterly, the annual rate will be 5.4% is divided by 4. N is the total number of quarterly payment over 12 years, which is 12 times 4 equal to 48. For the calculation, R equal to 4200 times 0.054 over 4 over 1 minus 1 plus 0.054 over 4 power by minus 48. We calculate the quarterly payment Laura must make, which is 1,194 ringgit 60 cents. Question B, the total interest charge for the loan. To find the total interest, we must first multiply the credit payment by the total number of payments, which is 1,194 ringgit 60 cents times 48 equal to 57,314 ringgit 80 cents. Second, subtract the original loan amount, which is 57,340 ringgit 80 cents minus 42,000 ringgit equals to 15,340 ringgit and 80 cents.
My name is ALISA MAISARAH binti RAHIM. For this question, we need to find how much she must pay on the fourth payment if she did not pay for the first 3 payments. First, we identify interest rate per period. The regular payment amount is RM1,194 ringgit 60 cents. Now, because she missed the first 3 payments, all those payments accumulate interest until the fourth period. So, we use the future value of ordinary annuity formula. The formula is S4 equals R times open bracket 1 plus I power 4 minus 1 close bracket, all divided by I. Then, we substitute the values. Finally, after calculating, the total amount she must pay on the fourth payment is 4,876 ringgit 3 cents.